I married a moose.
When these dads meet world, watching Boy Meets World. We grew up on the show, now we have kids and host a podcast. We watch each episode and then share our thoughts and grades. When these dads meet world.
Like, watch you take the roles.
That's right. Take all the roles. They're super roles. Super
Gosh,
for
got loud
bowl
again.
rolls. I am your dad number one, hosting our weekly deep dive into the world of Boy Meets World as we explore the future this week, and joined by dad number two this week. How you doing, Tyler?
I married a moose. We don't need counseling.
I married a moose.
Brett, can we be honest for a moment? Eric plays with squirrels is the topic of hand that we have wanted to discuss in depth since we started.
Oh yes.
So I'm very thankful, very grateful, and excited for us to discuss this episode.
Oh yes, yes. I've been waiting. I've been waiting for his manifesto.
What is this power you have over me?
It's definitely peak Eric.
This is using the cartoon to its greatest fulfillment.
Yes, it is. It is. It is the cartoon chef's kiss, Eric. It's taking the best parts of it and running with it, and there's nothing bad you can say about it.
I mean, there's things we can say bad about it.
And if you do, you're wrong.
Yes.
So, Tyler, how was your week? We're recording one day after the Super Bowl, so football is done for the year, and I'm in a sad space. But how are you doing, Tyler?
I'm okay. I mean, once the Colts season went downhill, football's been over for me for a while. But no, it was a good. I mean, here's my problem always when it comes to the Super Bowl is to have a good football game, but also with all of the other nonsense that go along with that, drags it out. I love a good defensive game, a good chess match. I love those games. But with all of the back and forth constantly of Super Bowl shenanigans, it makes me hate those type of games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if we were sitting down, Brett, watching a high school or college game that literally went exactly the same way on the field, we'd be like, man, what a great game this is. Like, both these teams are giving their best, and these offenses just can't figure it out right now. But with it being the Super Bowl, it's just. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what was your favorite commercial?
I didn't pay attention to many of them, but I think the one, and I think it was AI, but you know what? I don't care. The one I liked the best because I laughed through it was the Jurassic Park one.
Oh yes, yes, the one with Xfinity.
Mm-hmm. I have to say, I think what I appreciate about it is if it was AI, it was such bad AI. But I also think they're like the actors were there and like they really made them look funky, you know, and it's just there was a certain charm to it that I was behind, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have to say the one that made me laugh out loud was probably the prostate screening one towards the end of the game that Bruce Arians and all the tight ends.
Mm. I did see he was in one, but I didn't watch the actual whole thing.
Yeah, it was talking about relaxing your tight end.
Very nice.
So they had all these tight ends in uniform, so relaxed throughout the whole
Bruce
commercial.
Arians, one of those guys. You He's one of your boys.
Yep.
All right.
He's a fun
Well,
guy.
Brett, should we talk about relationships falling apart?
We should talk about relationships falling apart. So, good looking people, we are in episode 16 of season 7, Seven the Hard
Final
Way.
countdown.
That's the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we're in the home stretch, good looking people. There's not that many episodes left.
No.
There's not. But this is part 2 of part 1 of,
Mhm.
or of 2 of 2. To fix the rift among the gang, Mr. Feeny and Eric lock the gang in a classroom, hoping for them to reconcile. We then get a glimpse into the future, how everyone's life turned out if they lost all contact with each other. This episode was written by David Brownfield. This is his last of 4 episodes. He also wrote They're Killing Us, Hugs and Kisses, and Be True. Directed by William Russ. This is his last of 9 episodes that he directed.
Wow.
Originally aired February 11th, 2000. This is the same night as the last episode, so you didn't have to wait a week to see how everything turned out after that to be continued. Yeah, in fact, if memory serves, they ran back to back, so you really just had to wait for a commercial break.
I remember that being the case, yeah. Which is
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, yeah. It currently enjoys an 8.5 IMDb rating, which is 0.8 higher than part 1. And pulled in 9.74 million viewers, which is the exact same Nielsen numbers as part 1.
Fair.
Yes. So, here we go. We've got Mr. Feeny and Mr. Eric. Yes, we'll call him Mr. Eric because I was just talking faster than my brain was keeping up.
Sorry,
Feeny
Mr.
and
Eric
Eric.
works.
Yes, Mr. Eric. Mr. Feeny and Mr. Eric have the gang in Mr. Feeny's room, and they're going to keep them there until they get things sorted out. Yeah, so Feeny and Eric have the gang in the room. They're not going to let anyone out until they get things figured out.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if this was Feeny's idea or if Eric convinced him to do this.
This
What do we
feels
think?
very much like an Eric thing.
Yeah, because Eric's definitely taken the lead on all of this.
Mm-hmm.
But Jack really is pointing out it's about what these friendships aren't what we thought they were. We've got the lifelong friends, and then we've got the other 3 who have been, they've been added in, sprinkled in over the years.
Mm-hmm.
We've got brothers, we've got dating, we've got marrieds, and everyone has a real connection to someone else except for Rachel. And so that's really the linchpin. And so Mr. Feeny's going to use a kindergarten technique where everyone's going to write down what they like about each other on some notebook paper. Which I don't know is really the best, most effective thing to do.
Yeah.
Especially since Rachel decides she's going to get up and leave.
I will say, Brett, before we get there, that the only person who seems to be interested in what Rachel has to say on based on what she's feeling is Feeny.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just realized how much that annoyed me earlier on just how like Topanga is so quick to be like, my problem is in my marriage and this friendship we have. Shut up, Yoko. And everyone just assuming this is just a small thing. We're going to get through this, yada, yada. Not realizing that Rachel is realizing the hurt that these friends of hers she thought she had have brought to her.
Yeah, and they're all still sniping at each other over their their own isolated incidents too. No one's really willing to talk about the elephant in the room.
Mm-hmm. She feels that she doesn't fit in, and she now realizes she doesn't know if she ever did. Which, in a weird way,
She's
this
not really wrong.
right. This is a nice microcosm of the show, of the original. You could just say the original four, and then there is the later edition, making it the. I don't know if they would refer to themselves as the Power Seven or Spectacular Seven or whatever, but it's just this awkwardness that they have, and
Mm-hmm.
Rachel is the lonely man out because they never really established how Corey and Sean or Topanga or Angela really connect with her.
Yeah, at best they had, let's move into the apartment together and we'll have girl power for a couple of episodes.
Yeah.
Rachel, you were in my wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Whoopity-doo.
Yeah.
That meant so much.
It did. Topanga. Or as I now refer to her in this episode, the real villain.
Oh, yeah. But no one's listening to Rachel, so she gets up and she leaves.
As she should.
Yes. And no one goes after her.
Why?
Not even Eric.
Yes.
So no one goes after Rachel. Feeny is just going to give up on the group.
Yeah.
He's decided that it's not going to work.
Yep.
And
I do love that Feeny is trying to communicate to Corey and them of it's these little things that tend to tear relationships apart.
Yeah, as he puts it, stupid little fights can escalate into stupid big fights that can change the course of your future.
Yep.
So he did his best. He tried to help them fix the stupid little fights before they escalated.
Yep.
But now he's telling them, you've got to fix this before it impacts your future. And so we get, everyone kind of disperses. We get out in the hallway. We've got some tension between Corey and Topanga and Sean. So we've got this setup of it's going to be Topanga versus Sean for the rest of our lives. Yeah. And Corey's wants Sean to give him a few days to kind of smooth things over with Topanga. And Sean's going to give him a few days. He walks away. And then we get a 7-year time jump to Feeny's retirement party. Well, let's see, this is 2000. We jump ahead to what, 2006? Yeah, 6 years. So 6-year time jump.
It says right here, Student Cafe. It's 6 years later.
Yeah, 6-year time jump.
Brett, quick question for you. Did you ever finish watching the Harry Potter movie series?
No.
Okay. Have you seen the pictures from the epilogue?
I might have.
Okay. The reason I bring that up is because it's a nice moment in the book when there's the epilogue and it's so many years into the future, hey, now they're sending their kids off to school. But in the movie, it looks so ridiculous of these still very much young 20-year-olds trying to act as though they are now in their 40s. And it's the same, not as bad for here, but like they're trying to make them seem like, oh yes, they're out and about in the world. They're no longer in college, and they look like they're still in college.
Yeah, we've got some fake facial hair for Sean. And
it's bad.
some different hairstyles and some glasses, and we try to change the dress style a little bit. I think Jack might be the most successful one to make him glow up a little bit.
Oh yeah, he looks the way he should.
Yeah, he looks like he's 6 years removed and he's a titan of industry douche.
Yeah, he. Wow, did not expect that word to come out of your mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, but Brett, should we get into what we think these careers are these people have?
Oh, yeah. So Corey is telling jokes about a CPA and talking about things getting busy at tax time. So I'm thinking Corey's CPA.
Yep.
He's an accountant.
Which is something that they've hinted at that he has interest in. So
Yeah.
it's fair.
Yeah, he definitely did not go into teaching.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Topanga was in law. She was on track to be a partner until the kid came along.
Mm-hmm.
So we're saying lawyer there.
No. But it sounds like she's been removed from it for at least a year or two.
Yeah, yeah. At least, yeah, we'd say at least a year. Probably a little bit longer because, you got the pregnancy and then the kid's been here for at least a few months. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sean is some sort of journalist working for Rolling Stone. Feeny's been following his work. Angela is some sort of freelance journalist. She's some sort of, freelance writer of some sort. Who do we think that she's really spending most of her time writing for?
I mean, it could be anything. The way they make it sound as if it was an intellectual piece, so who's to say?
What company do we want to put Jack working for?
Oh, I'd imagine he has his own. That's what I just I titled him as his job as billionaire because that makes sense.
Yeah, did he go to work for Dad's company or did he start his own?
I mean, he maybe started a website called "Hey, I'm Jack," and it just really took off.
Bragging about his 3% body fat.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they never make clear of what his stepfather, like what type of company he works for, how rich he truly is. It kind of bounces back and forth on his dad has like he is completely loaded or his dad is just very comfortable and they had a very comfortable life growing up, but they never get into clear details.
No, they leave that pretty broad, pretty vague.
Oh, I just had a thought that's diabolical that would have made for such an interesting episode.
What's that?
They should have had, so they mentioned Jack has a sister, and they should have had his sister come visit and have Sean hit on her.
Oh.
Or worse, Corey.
Oh, well, Corey and Topanga were on their break during season 7. She could have been the one that Corey was trying to be the penguin for.
That would have been interesting. I don't know. I just thought about Saved by the Bell, how they'd have a random, oh, yeah, this is my brother who doesn't live with us. And then goes on dates with the friends. Anywho, yeah, billionaire, making lots of money. Because the way they make it sound is if like he's like rolling in Scrooge McDuck type money. Because
oh yeah, he's got the wingtip shoes. He's got that full-on businessman suit. Oh yes, he's rich. He's been in the newspapers.
We're very proud of you. Yeah.
What's it like to have all that money?
Good.
But the one they don't really give us any details on is Rachel. She moved to Texas to see if there was anything with her ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
They got married and then divorced, but they don't really tell us much about her.
I mean, they make her look like a, for lack of better wording, kind of a hillbilly. So
Yeah, they go full on country bumpkin with her.
and her Texas accent comes back very intensely.
Yes, it does.
Which,
Popping that gum.
yeah, I mean, granted, when you have an accent and you go away and you start to lose little bits of that accent, you still have the accent. It's just not as intensive. When you go back, the accent comes back much more intensive. So you'd think that she'd come back with more an Atlantic type accent, less Texan while being around old friends.
Yeah.
She's a stay-at-home mom, Brett.
To little Corey and Topanga. Oh yeah. Well, all of these reintroductions are so painfully awkward.
Brett,
No
you
one's
missed
no one has
one
seen
occupation.
Oh yes. I did. I didn't bring him up. I did not bring him up. But yes, I did.
My name is Plays with Squirrels.
The shaman.
Lonely Mountain Hermit.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I don't
Eric has become hermit.
I don't want to just glide over all the awkward reintroductions, but like it basically boils down to no one talked to each other after that whole class situation, except for the married couple. And that's it.
And they've clearly been in counseling since then.
Yes. Which is not a bad thing.
No, not a bad thing, but it's played as something that has been ongoing and definitely a needed thing, not just something that they're doing to better their relationship, but something that their relationship is in desperate need of.
Yes. It's almost like Corey needs someone else to validate some of his feelings sometimes. His wife can't provide for him.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Gee, I wonder what that could have been like if he'd had a friend around.
Yeah, well, just
but yes, we get.
So go ahead. Keep on. You're good.
Oh no! I want to hear your point.
I was just gonna say, like, they're just the way they're just trying to show, like, oh well, these two they should have been talking to each other more. They're similar careers, and hey, let's keep the past in the past and not bring up old wounds and yada yada yada. Just okay.
Yeah. But we get all of these reintroductions, these awkward, hey, how you doing? Angela leaves because it's too painful for her. We find out that Sean's been following Angela, Feeny's been following Sean's work, and they've been in contact.
Everyone's been talking to Feeny except for each other.
Yeah, basically everyone's been talking to Feeny, but they haven't been talking to each other. Everyone is somewhat comfortable in their life, but no one is fulfilled in their lives, we'll say.
Right.
Because they don't have each other. And then we get Eric entering.
Mr. Matthews?
Mr. Squirrels. Eric plays with.
And he's just spot on. Line delivery is right there. He's got the gag with the lollipop hanging around his neck. He and Jack pick up right where they left off. He has this power over Jack that Jack does not know what it is.
A very wealthy man, a captain of industry. What is this power you have over me? But he's carrying this massive tome with him. It's
It's his manifesto.
It's Me Manifesto.
His life's learning that he is that he has, and Corey and Topanga don't want him to find out that he has a niece, and we get another. I have a niche joke with the drinking motion when Mr. Feeny tries to correct him.
Brings me so much joy, the niece and niche.
And this is when they find out, they realize that no one ever got back together after that argument over Rachel. And
Yeah.
Rachel was just so, I don't know if impressed is the right word, but she's shocked because she would have figured that everyone would have made up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in fairness to Rachel, though, even if they didn't make up right there, it would make sense for the two people that claim to be the bestest friends of all time would at some point get together and talk about stuff.
Yeah, I even with all this, I cannot in the 7 years we've seen this show build, I can't see Corey and Sean going 6 years without building something back up.
Right. Or the two brothers living in an apartment together, and the other one also being a long-term friend for both of them. None of those three talked to each other. They all just moved out of that apartment.
Yeah, it really stretches the bounds of believability as to just how extreme this gets.
Yeah. You almost wish they would have had like some sort of effect of like, huh, I wonder what would happen if we never talked to each other. Boom, here it is.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, so we find out what's in Eric's manifesto, and it's lose one friend, lose all friends, lose yourself. Now, Tyler, what do you think of that as being Eric's deep revelation, what his life's learning is?
well, I understand in the context of when you're in a friend group that is essentially a family, a pseudo family, all together, with multiple people that are family in that too. It's basically like if you lose your community, you lose a sense of who you are, and I get that. Um, point intact. I literally it'll be what 3 years in May that I was basically told by my one of my communities, we no longer need you, and that hurts. It still hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Still something I'm recovering from. Um, and people I thought were friends, apparently we were not close enough. And so, and the other thing too, I will say is that, like, I think about people who were in my wedding, who I was convinced were going to remain in my life for the rest of my life, yada, yada, yada. And just at different times, I would talk to some of them a lot. Sometimes I wouldn't talk to them at all. And, life is complicated.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that if your community that is supporting each other do fall apart this way and no one's willing to say, I'm sorry, yeah, I agree completely with Eric.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. What do you think, Brett?
I think it's a fairly reductive way to look at relationships. I think within this context it works, but I think it's a fairly reductive way to look at the way relationships work out. And like you said, there are those relationships that are there for a season. There are those relationships that are that will be there for a long time. I have relationships that are I have relationships with friends from college from 20 years ago plus that I still have to this day, that I will be in regular contact with, that I get together with every year in the fall. but I think it's a little simplistic.
Yeah.
And there is a part of me that worries about casting your identity in your friendships.
Hmm.
That last part about losing yourself, there's a part of me that worries about that. Within the context of this episode, it works for the story,
Yeah.
but I would hesitate to take this advice outside of this story and live one's life by it.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I'll say also into that as well is there's not just friendships in this group. There are
Mm-hmm.
significant others, there are brothers, so there's much more intertwinedness within this group than just friendships.
Indeed.
Um, and the way they seem is if Corey and Eric also don't talk after this, that they decide to never be around each other either.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all part of it too. I would say that for this grouping of people, that makes sense. And for Eric, his identity around these people is pretty accurate to the character we've known so far.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah. And but it hits home for all of the people there. And it's about this time we get flashback ripples that tell us this was just a potential future.
Well, before that though, Brett, I will say I love the recognition from Feeny in this moment too of the wisdom that Eric has
Mm-hmm.
and how
You were
the
always my most was it creative student, he says?
you are always my most interesting student.
Interesting, yes.
I think that's a great way.
Yes.
It's a great point by Feeny of
Mm-hmm.
why he is so willing to put up with some of his shenanigans.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah, we go back to the past or the real world,
Yeah.
and Eric runs out in the hallway to grab Rachel. He's going to
Yeah.
forcibly sit on her to keep her in the room.
Uh huh. Hashtag Nick cut. Don't look too close at Rachel.
There could be some problems with that, but
Uh
Rachel's
huh.
okay with it. But they're basically going to form a dog pile as they all begin to realize that they need each other.
Yeah. Brett, can I just say, I actually really love this episode. And then there's this scene because they have to end the episode on a happy note. And just
Mm-hmm.
the after Eric, what he says, which is in this moment very profound again for the situation. But everything everyone says is so superficial.
Mm-hmm.
You're my
It
roommate.
is.
I care about you.
Yeah, it kind of grates on you.
Uh huh.
Yeah, it's like, you're my roommate. You couldn't just say, Rachel, you're my best friend. You're one of my closest friends. I care about you deeply. No,
You were
no,
there.
you're my roommate.
Yeah, you were there for me during the one of the hardest moments of my life. I could never, pay you back for that. Yada yada.
Yeah,
Anything.
yeah, no, of course
Just because we
not.
don't love each other doesn't mean I don't care about you as a friend.
Yeah, how? Yeah, the X really we need that comment in there.
Yeah.
No, but Eric's manifesto is what he wrote down in the real world, and that lands with everyone.
I just want to be a part of Corey and Sean's team. I give up.
Yeah, I'm sure that went over well with Rachel.
Yeah, not. I'm so sorry. They're dumb idiots. I'm sorry I couldn't stop them. I give up on them.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, it was going so well, and then this screeching right into the wall.
Yeah. I'm just his best friend. You're his wife. That means so much more.
And there
Be
we
with
are,
Corey all
right
the
back
time.
to the wedding.
Yeah. I mean, I do love that he's trying to, in this very immature way, Sean's trying to make clear of, hey, I care about all of you, but Topanga, really, like, he's your wife. Like, I'm really sorry I overstepped. You know, I'm gonna back off.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna intervene in your relationship. Yada yada yada. And Topanga's going, intervene, please intervene. I can't deal with him all by
Yes,
myself.
get in here. Get in
I
here and
love how she
intervene.
grabs the leg and he
Be
falls
my
over.
be my buffer.
Yeah.
We just learned a couple of episodes ago that he's a hypochondriac. Get in here and be my buffer.
Yeah. It's yes. I don't understand why that's not here.
But no Feeny in the
You got
dog
room for
pile. He
me?
wants nothing to do with it.
I just wish Corey could have gone up and be, listen, Rachel, I can never make up for what I did, but I promise you something.
Yeah.
Uh,
There's
anything.
there's no real attempt at any apologies, any sincere, well, not retribution. That's definitely not the right word to use there.
There's no repentance, Brett. There's no
That's the
repentance.
word I want
Use
to
the
use.
word.
Yes, no repentance. I knew it was an R word I was looking for. There's no repentance. There's no apology. It's just, let's just put everything behind us and move on.
Yes. Corey is doing
Here's my
exactly
petty
what he
selfish
said.
note.
Great. We don't like each other now. I'll see you tomorrow. Except it's today.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And somehow it works because Rachel's at the bottom of the pile and she just wants to get out.
Yeah, maybe Rachel is just a physical touch person, so getting everyone to, dogpile on her is enough for her to know she's loved.
Maybe so.
I don't know. It's ridiculous.
Oh, she is. That's just really horrible writing.
Yeah.
But no Feeny on the dog pile. He wants nothing to do with it. Class dismissed.
Yeah. I do love that after they break away, he tries to go on his desk to get away from them.
I do like that. Yes, that is a fun way to end the episode.
It
Almost a freeze frame there. Almost a classic
Yeah.
little
It goes
outro
back a
for
little
you.
bit to the season 1.
A little bit.
And they did a lot of freeze frame that first season.
Yes, they did. It was a staple. It was a trope.
Yeah.
And there is nothing in the tag but music. So that is our episode.
Brett, again, why aren't they at least giving us like bloopers or something? Like, I don't know why we're just not doing any tags anymore. We hardly
I don't
do,
know.
like, right off the bat. Like, they don't do any cold opens anymore. They don't consistently do tags. Like, you almost feel like people are really just doing the bare minimum to get this show done.
Yeah, I mean, come on. 30 seconds of Place with Squirrels outtakes? Come on.
You gotta imagine that someone couldn't handle that scene with him.
Someone couldn't have done it, made it through. Come on.
And I have to imagine it was Daniel Fishel. Can't prove it.
I would have to
Gut
imagine
feeling,
as well.
though.
Oh yeah, but that is our episode. So Tyler, do you have any deep dives for us?
Yeah, let's do some deep dives.
All right.
People, 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 people. Am I the only one who read the summer reading list?
So, Brett, let's talk a little bit because this episode does a great job of doing something in the realm of what we call chaos theory.
Mm-hmm.
Chaos theory basically believes that there are multi dimensions to a decision you make, a different choice based on what happens for one little moment has an infinite amount of potential for what could come from this. And the best way to talk about this, Brett, is to, of course, talk about remedial chaos theory from the fourth episode of the third season of a little show called Community,
Community.
where Jeff Winger
Roxanne.
provides a dice to decide who will go get pizza, and he throws up the dice. Each opportunity provides someone different to go and get pizza, um, thus leading into the internet having the darkest timeline as a
We are
comparable.
living in the darkest timeline.
Yeah, I can't disagree. So yeah, just what I always appreciate about each of them is that they're just always rising up in tension, and finally you're just like, how can it get worse?
We can catch everything on fire and Pierce can get shot. So what
Yeah.
does a pregnancy test look like? Yeah, so this
So
is
this is a
definitely a
gun.
gun.
Yes, arguably. I mean, it's my personal favorite. It is arguably the best episode they've ever produced. So
Oh,
Um,
it is.
this
It
show
is
was
tops.
fantastic at bottle episodes. And I will say, one of the reasons I like Community is because of Boy Meets World, because they would do episodes that were just off the wall ridiculous. Like, Corey is a Soviet spy, Corey is in World War II somehow, all those little things. And especially, we'll get to my personal favorite of the Boy Meets World cast, goes full meta or
As time goes
completely.
by.
It's one of my favorites. We'll talk about it. Ba, 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 ba. I have to go to a different note because I started a different one. Let's talk about some of these jobs, Brett. CPA, or Certified Public Accountant, in Philadelphia in 2006, could be making anywhere between 60 to 85K. All of it just depends on size of firm, if you're doing it independently, and the cost of the area that you're in, basically. So, all those things play a factor. The other job we discussed was billionaire. So, what were the top 10 billionairest of billionaires, Brett, in 2006? Do you remember who the richest man was at that time?
2006.
Hmm.
Would that have been Jobs?
Nope, not yet. It would be Bill Gates.
Gates. Okay.
Yep, Bill Gates number one, Warren Buffett number two. Um, I have a hard time pronouncing many of the other names on here. Honestly, we don't know them. But I will say that the owner of Telecom, IKEA, Microsoft, Microsoft and Investments, Paul Allen. I don't know who that guy is, but so yeah, there's plenty of very wealthy people. I will say what's interesting is that in the year of 2006, we increased to 102 billionaires.
Hmm.
There was 793 in 2006. So
They're gaining.
Yeah. I'll give this to you as well, but the combined wealth was $206 trillion. That number has definitely gone way up high. I don't even want to look it up now. Di- Divorce in Texas, Brett, requires a minimum of 60-day waiting period and court approval. Parental plan detailing conservatorships, visitation, and child support based on best interest of the child. I tried to figure out if it was a no-fault state. I believe it is a fault state, but I cannot confirm that off the top of my head. Okay, we'll just keep moving forward. Oh, so the other thing I wanted to make note was 2006. There was a bill passed for spending cuts um, for the budget of how do they say it? Domestic programs, a $16 billion cut that would be taking place between 2007 to 2011. And I don't know about you in Ohio at that time, from 2000. No, you still would have been in Pennsylvania at the time. I just remember, um, yeah, that was the whole time you were in Pennsylvania. Anyway, I remember after 2011, after all the cuts were all finished, of just there being kind of a drought overall in a lot of areas that used to have a lot more support. One of them being teacher support, and then also child care as well. The amount of options at this point are almost none. Rolling Stones, Brett, they make it sound like Sean is writing for Rolling Stones. Some of the article or the headliners from 2006. You had Simon Cowell, Paula Abdul, and Randy Jackson on the cover. You had Bob Dylan at one point. You had Borat. Christina Aguilera in a very revealing outfit. Fergie in even a more revealing outfit. Heath Ledger. And says uh, the Lonesome Cowboy. Come on, show me more. Why won't you show me more? Oh, there we go. Time to go. The incompetent, lazy, corrupt, inside worst Congress ever. That was in 2006, November 2nd. Jack Nicholson, The Secret of the Great Seducer. Johnny Depp as Captain Jack Sparrow. Much younger Stephen Colbert and Jon Stewart was on the cover in November 16. This is interesting. Wet Dream with Justin Timberlake in a wet shirt.
Ooh, racy.
Yes, Kanye West with a crown thorns. There was one more I wanted to mention. Several band things of people looking like they're playing music and the yearbook. Snoop Dogg with a candy cane. There it is. Rolling Stones, the worst president in history. One of America's leading historians assessed George W. Bush. So, yeah. Interesting stuff Rolling Stone was doing back then. I had a thing about astronauts and how they drink their own pee, but I don't really feel like getting into that now. To close us out, Brett, do you want to take a stab at who the big winners were in the Super Bowl, NBA Finals, World Series, and Stanley Cup?
In 2006?
Yep. From
I have no
January to December.
clue. I have no clue of any of those off the top of my head.
All right.
Let's
Well,
see. 2006 would have been 20 years ago. Would have been Super Bowl 40. So that would have been Steelers.
that would be the Steelers.
Yeah. Beyond that, I don't know.
Yes, we have to go back 20 years. The first time I saw a rigged football game.
You keep saying that.
Oh, I will. NBA Finals. Miami Heat overtook Dallas Mavericks. That was when Shaquille O'Neal was on the team. World Series was won by the St. Louis Cardinals, defeating the Detroit Tigers. And then the Stanley Cup was won by the Carolina Hurricanes over the Edmonton Oilers. 2006 was also the year that the Florida Gators dominated in the NCAA. They won both the NCAA tournament and also the BCS title. And then the women's basketball was won by Maryland. So that's interesting. So,
All right.
yeah. So, in a nutshell, that's what 2006 looked like. Oh, sorry. Last one. Brett, you want to take a shot at what was the number one movie in 2006?
I have absolutely no idea. What was it?
Well, let's hit some. Okay, let's go to the top 10. So, top 10, number 10, Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby. Number 9 is Casino Royale. Number 8 is Over the Hedge. 7, Happy Feet. Number 6, Ice Age. Number 5, Superman Returns.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4 is
stuff.
a very biblically accurate The Da Vinci Code.
Ugh. The
Number
book
3
itself
is
wasn't all that great.
X-Men: The Last Stand. Number 2 is Cars, and number 1 was Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Man's Chest. Another some more notables, Brett. Number 11 was Click. Number 13 was Borat. Number 14, Devil Wears Prada. Number 15, The Departed. 16 was The Breakup. 17 was Night at the Museum. Number 20, Failure to Launch with Terry Bradshaw.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a little bit scarring.
21, The Inside Man. That's a nice classic robbery movie. Hey, 23, The Escape Clause, Santa Claus 3. Number 25 was The Pink Panther, I Would Like to Buy a Hamburger. 27 was Saw 3. Should have been the end, but oh well.
Yeah.
Oh, another big one that's talked about a lot is V for Vendetta. That was 35.
Underrated.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Trying to think if there's any others. Big deal. Hey, number 51, Curious George. Wow. Number 59, The Prestige. That doesn't seem right.
That seems very low.
It does seem very low. Hey, 74, John Tucker Must Die. $85, Cheaper by the Dozen 2. Now that was a movie. 95, She's the Man. Last one I'll bring up. Number 104, Crank. And that is our deep dives for whatever
All
those
right.
you let in.
Let's talk about what we learned.
You know anything about the Odyssey? Huh? Did I say you could talk?
I didn't teach you that.
My friend Mr. Matthews will lead the discussion.
Do I have to draw you a picture?
What did we learn? Well, my lesson is one that the episode did not want to teach, and one that our good-looking people want to make sure that we all learn. Apologies are necessary to patch up a broken relationship.
Yep. Yeah, it is.
Yes. In an episode that was built around patching up broken relationships, it bombed the apology. And
Yep.
good-looking people, that's something that we should have learned this week.
Yep.
So, Tyler, what did you learn?
Well, I think I learned that you're not going to know who people become unless you are patient enough to see it. There's just that moment when Eric reveals his wisdom and Feeny hears it twice. And the one time Feeny is extremely impressed and proud. And the other time, it's not that he's not proud, it's not that he's impressed, but it's just like, right on, Eric, that's what you should say right now. One is giving full acknowledgement. It's almost like I think Eric lost touch with Feeny. So for Eric to still have that wisdom that comes out of nowhere, that he knows he is capable of, is nice for him to see in the end. So you just won't know who the people are you're trying to reach out to and make an impact on until they become those people.
Yep. All right. Well,
I'm right?
No, you're exactly right.
So am I done with my education? Can I go?
Tyler, how would you grade 7 the Hard Way?
Well, we were pretty rough on this past episode, Brett. Justifiably so. And as much as I would have loved for them to be better on the actually forgiving one another and actually apologizing to one another, the amount of jokes within this episode is fantastic. It's amazing. And sometimes it's nice to see sad saps out of our favorite young people meaning the world. So I'm going with a solid B.
Okay. I'm going to go with a B minus.
Fair.
It's solid. It's got some good stuff in it right up to the end. It doesn't stick the landing.
Yeah.
It'd be a much higher grade if it stuck the landing, but it needed to stick the landing to really get out of the gate there. So B minus for me.
Yeah, I agree completely with that.
Yeah. Well, got a couple of dad jokes for you.
Nice.
I could never get good Wi-Fi on my farm, so I moved the router to the barn, and now I get a stable connection.
Very nice.
Yeah. This morning I was walking down the street and I was hit by a violin, then a clarinet, and then a French horn. I think it was an orchestrated attack.
Stupid. So dumb.
Oh, one more. I recently bought a chicken to make some sandwiches. It doesn't. It's noisy and it poops all over the floor.
That's embarrassing.
Good looking people, that's it for this week. Until next time, you can follow us on social media and send us your dad jokes at dadsmeetworld across Instagram, Facebook, Twitter/X, and YouTube if you're not already watching us there at dadsmeetworld as well. You can send us an email at dadsmeetworld@gmail.com and tell us your favorite dad joke. And if you feel like sharing some dad love, you can leave us a review or a rating wherever you get your podcasts. Helps us rise up in the algorithm and shares us with more people.
Yep.
So until next time, we'll see you, good looking.
Back to you, good looking.
You know, how can I learn so much every week and still be so stupid?
Mr. Matthews?
Mr. Squirrels.
Eric?
Plays with.
I married a moose.
It's Me Manifesto.
My name is Plays with Squirrels. Oh, I am never gonna pee again! Was that duckies? No, garbage.
This is good TV. Dad's Meet World is a production of Headfirst Studios. Headfirst Studios. Tell your story.